today, happy Halloween. By the time this goes up, it won't be Halloween anymore, but it's Halloween today, so I'm going to wish you a happy Halloween anyway. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to beat procrastination. This is a huge issue, obviously, especially when it comes to schoolwork, but also just in life in general. Procrastination can totally screw you over. So I wanted to give you a few tips on how you can get past procrastination to get what needs to be done. So let's go ahead and hop into the tips. So I've talked about this in videos before because it's one of my favorite things to do when I'm trying to get stuff done, but that is to make a list. And in this case, you want to make a list that prioritizes what you have to get done. So normally what I'll do is I'll set up whatever days there are. Like I like to make lists over the weekends, so I write Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I write the things that I'm going to try to get done on each day. And from there you can figure out what fits into each day depending on how much time you have, and then you can prioritize from the most important thing to the least important thing. Obviously it all has to get done, but I'd rather get the most important thing out of the way earlier, or the thing that's going to take the most time. That way my day gets progressively easier as it goes on. You always have the most motivation when you're first starting out, so you want to get that really tough, really time-consuming thing out of the way. That way by hour 3, when you feel like you're about to die, all you have to do is sit down and maybe read something. A huge thing that can get in the way of us getting things done is distractions. This is huge in our generation. There are so many distractions, there are so many other things that can be going on, so you have to try to get rid of those distractions. So for me, that's like TV, my computer, my phone, Twitter, Tumblr. Come on, Tumblr. When you get on there, all of a sudden it's 5 hours later, and that is a big issue. So you want to try to eliminate those things. Put your phone on silent, turn your TV off, turn your computer off. Try to get rid of as much as you can. I know some people say like, oh, I block websites, but if you block them, then you can just unblock them. So just try to turn everything off, set it aside, and concentrate the best that you can. But with trying to concentrate all the time, it's also really important that you give yourself a break now and again. When you're just sitting down trying to concentrate for hours and hours, your brain is going to end up wandering. So give yourself like break points. Say, as soon as I finish this, I'll give myself enough time to watch an episode of The Office, I'll get something to eat, sit down, be able to relax for a second, and then get back to work. Reward yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking breaks here and there, especially on Sundays. For me, that's like my homework day. So I'll sit down and I'll do my homework, but normally I'm doing my homework literally all day. But I mean, if I sat down and just did my homework, maybe it would take way less time, but I like to spread it out. I like to give myself an opportunity to have breaks, to relax, and to not be so stressed out about it. And when you're taking those breaks, try to eat something yummy and sweet. My mom would always tell me this, that eating something sweet will put you in a good mood, which will definitely help you in the end. So take a second, pop a candy in your mouth, have a Rice Krispie treat or something like that. Just have something sweet and delicious that's going to help to raise your mood and make you feel better. Also, if you have time on Friday after school, sit down and get something done. Normally this weekend, since it is Halloween today, I don't really have time after school, but normally I'll sit down and I will work on one thing before I go out with my friends, because we don't go out until late anyway. Like 8 o'clock is early for us on a Friday. So if I come home and I can sit down and I can work on a play report or start my transcription or start memorizing something, that's going to be so helpful for me in the end. So if you have the time to get something done, get it done. The earlier the better. And the last tip I have when it comes to getting things done is going to be to create urgency for yourself. This is going to help you get a sense of like, okay, this has to get done. This can be really tricky, especially when there's not urgency, and even if you create it for yourself, somewhere inside of you, you know that it's not really that urgent, but still try it out. I think it can definitely help. Like for me, I could be like, okay, I want to get this finished by the time Homeland is on, because I want to be able to sit down and watch Homeland without having to worry about this. And that's going to create sort of a sense of urgency, and that is a real thing. Like Homeland is really happening at 10 p.m. and if I want to sit down and watch that and not have to worry about anything during or after that, then that's creating urgency for me. That's giving me a deadline, and deadlines can really help to motivate you to sit down and get something done. And that is it for my tips in today's video. I hope that you found them helpful, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. just a reminder that me and I'm Tara Michelle are having a meetup on November 8th at 3 p.m. at the Grove. All that information will be down in the description. All of that is subject to change, so make sure you're following me or her or both of us on Twitter. It's going to be so much fun and I cannot wait to meet all of you. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I love you guys so much and I'll see you. What is this? Guys, the newsroom comes back the day after